This is Sean with Gate City Foundation Drainage. I'm on an assessment job today in Greensboro. So what we have going on here is we have water that's going in. This is a basement, a finished basement down here. And so they're getting a lot of water on this side of the wall here and right up here. So let's take a look at what's going on. The first thing I notice here is that the concrete is sloping into the foundation. Now take a look. You can see just how far that has settled. We've got this downspout right here that is going into the concrete. And if you take a look up here, you can see what's going on with that gutter. It's dumping right onto that short section. We also don't have a downspout right here. We don't have a downspout right here, so this gutter looks like it's overflowing as well. Take a look. So what I'm going to recommend here is that concrete is sloping into the foundation. So from that wall over there to this point here, we have quite a bit of fall. And so if we take up all this concrete, we'll have a really good run away from the foundation. So I'm going to recommend replacing that concrete. Talk to the homeowner. He would like to do all this asphalt as well. So have one pad right here. So that will look really nice if we do it. What we have going on here is this downspout is clogged up, and look at how steep this driveway is. So we don't even need a pipe right there. So I'm going to recommend just taking that off and putting a B elbow on there and letting the water just run straight down the driveway. The next section that they have that's giving them problems is they have water coming in along this wall right here. So let's take a look at where that water is coming from. If you take a look at the gutters here, we only have one downspout there and no downspout there. And it looks like, my guess would be the water's overflowing this gutter right here and landing right here. And so if we take a look at the ground right here, we see that it's sloping into the foundation. And we have plenty of room to come up with some grade right here. So I'm going to recommend bringing in some dirt and feathering this out, sloping it away from the foundation. Also, I'm going to recommend new gutters and a downspout here that we can then pipe out. And same thing on this side. We have such a steep slope that we could catch those two gutters right there and just end them right here at the monkey grass, and that water would just flow out here and into the yard. I don't see any reason to pipe it all the way down to that drainage basin down there. And we could do the same thing over here with this downspout. We could just pipe it across here to the monkey grass, and that water would be out of here. So pretty straightforward, just trying to get that water off of the foundation. And they said that they're having problems down there. The paneling is starting to buckle, and they said that whenever they hang a picture up or something on the wall, it starts to get moldy behind it. And so they're really interested in getting rid of some of these problems before they get worse. This was a fairly interesting assessment job that I went and looked at today. First of all, the house is way up on that hill, and so you wouldn't think that a house sitting on a hilltop like that would have drainage issues, but I do see it quite often where you just wouldn't think that being so high up it would have problems, but it does. And so we have a few different approaches to dealing with the water. And so I think I did a pretty good job of identifying the source of the water. The first one in that back corner is the concrete had sunk, and that's a pretty easy one. And then there's a gutter discharging right there. And so that's putting a lot of water up against the foundation, and the easiest path it's going to take is down into the foundation. So getting that concrete torn out of there and getting that concrete graded correctly is really, really important for that part. Adding a downspout also can help out. And if we do the concrete work though, as you all have seen in my other videos, it doesn't matter what the gutters are doing. If they're overflowing, if they're flowing properly, it doesn't matter, because the water lands on the concrete and it sheds away from the house like it's supposed to. On the front of the house, where there's that low spot in the corner there, that is another easy one, because we have so much space between the ground level where it's currently at and the sill plate. So we can bring that grade up quite a bit and get that water to discharge and shed off the house. instead of what it's doing now, which is holding up against the foundation. Adding a downspout in that back corner too, or that front corner I should say, will also help those gutters to not overflow and to drain properly. And then of course we can catch those two gutters and then pipe them across to the walkway. And so we could definitely pipe the gutters all the way to the drainage basin, but I don't think it's really necessary because once that water hits that sidewalk, it's going to shed away from the house because it is so steep there. So the homeowner had another company come out and they wanted to dig up the basement floor and put in trenches and pumps and everything else. And my philosophy has always been, don't deal with the water once it's in and through the foundation. Deal with the water on the outside and keep it away from the house. And so if we do get this work, imagine a sump pump that's installed in that basement. There's not going to be any water for it to pump because all the water is going to be shedding away from the house. And remember, for a drainage solution, you need three major things. You need to identify the source of the problem water. You need to come up with a way to collect that water and shed it away. And then you need to be able to sit in your lawn chair and see that water flowing away. So if you can't see the water flowing away, it could still be a problem. So let me know what you all think about this solution for this particular drainage problem. All right. Thanks for watching.